Hey everyone, Schmuckles, don't mind my hair, I woke up. We have huge news on Chapter 30.5 and Chapter 31 from the DBD Leaks Discord, also sourced from Dweet on Twitter. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm also live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight, link for that in the description below. Okay, so let's jump right into this. Actually, on December 26th of last year, Dweet posted this. It's a mid-chapter 30.5 what to expect update. Obviously, we're getting a new survivor paragraph with that mid-chapter. Dweet actually said here that the PTB should open on January 9th or 10th. And January 30th is the live release of that new mid-chapter. So actually one could argue that this means that this week is potential teaser week. This is the week before the live release of the PTB for this new survivor. So probably at some point this week we're going to be getting a new teaser for that new character. I'm pretty sure it's still unknown if that new survivor is going to be original or licensed. Most people are thinking that it's going to be original though. If the next mid-chapter new survivor is licensed, people are thinking that it's either the Stranger Things license or the Walking Dead. And these are things that we covered in previous videos, but people seem to think that it's most likely going to be original. And the second piece of news that I have to bring to you today is a huge update for Chapter 31. Dweet posted this here on Twitter. Core game will receive two new features. One is purchasing cosmetics through collections. The other is loot boxes and special packs, which contains rift items and cosmetics. There will be a new spring event and event tome alongside Chapter 31 in March. That chapter is original. This is actually the first news that we've ever heard about Chapter 31, and apparently it's going to be original. On the roadmap, we know that for Chapter 31, we can expect a new survivor, a new killer, and a brand new map. So those are all going to be a part of an original chapter. This is something that Dweet also posted in the leaks tab of the DBD Leaks Discord server. He said Chapter 31 will be original, thanks to both Arikana and Masuster. Masuster is the owner of the DBD Leaks Discord. He's a data miner and he has inside information at times. And someone named Arikana is sourced here, and this is the first I've ever seen of this user. It doesn't look like that they're a data miner, but they are being sourced for this information. The fact that this is posted in the leaks tab of the DBD Leaks Discord means that Dweet got the thumbs up from the DBD Leaks owner, Masuster, who is very, very reliable when it comes to leaks for Dead by Daylight. Of course, just the nature of the leaking community, leaks can be wrong, but this is actually being sourced from a credible leaker in the community. I think when it comes to leaks, which is different from speculations, it comes down to probability and percentages. And those probabilities and percentages are going to be heavily based on how credible the source is. And this is coming from the most credible leaking source in Dead by Daylight. So it seems like Chapter 31 is going to be original. It seems a little weird to me that we don't know if the new survivor for Chapter 30.5 is licensed or original, but they're already getting information on Chapter 31. And I also received new information for the Dead by Daylight movie. There are some interesting updates for that too. A big shout out and a big thanks to Ninja for bringing this to my attention. So there's a new update that's been shared on the upcoming Dead by Daylight movie from Blumhouse's Ryan Turek. This is actually published 2 days ago. Following the immense success of FNAF feature film, Blumhouse will take another stab at adapting a popular horror game with the upcoming movie based on Dead by Daylight. Blumhouse's Ryan Turek has addressed the current state of the project in the new interview with Collider, and he teased how the lessons he learned from FNAF will only help the Dead by Daylight movie. Specifically, Turek observed how well the fan base responded to the making of a video game-based movie that was very faithful to the source material. In the movie industry, if you're making a movie that's based on a book or a previous series, it really matters how well you adapt it to the source material. This is not just video games, but it is a good takeaway. A lot of times in the movie space, if a movie is based off of something and it's rated really low by the fans, it's just not faithful to the source material. So it seems like they're really going to tap into that here for the Dead by Daylight movie. That is now expected to be the same approach Blumhouse will take with the Dead by Daylight movie, though Turek also admitted that the creative team is still figuring out the best way to do that. This is something that makes a lot of sense if you know Five Nights at Freddy's and Dead by Daylight very well. Five Nights at Freddy's is very deep in lore and actually has a coherent storyline that you can piece together through the lore of the game through puzzles. I say puzzles, but it's actually a combination of puzzles and hints that you can piece together just by playing the game. In my opinion, that is something that can be very easily adapted into a movie. Dead by Daylight, not so much. It's asymmetrical. It doesn't really have a through storyline. All of the characters have lore, but it really is a combination of horror things. It kind of reminds me of like a Marvel multiverse, but for horror. I'm a little nervous about the Dead by Daylight movie because it doesn't translate as well as Five Nights at Freddy's into a 3-act structure. Turek said, I will say that one of the projects that I'm active on is Dead by Daylight, which is the video game adaptation of the game that's been around for like 7 years. I look at that as the celebration of horror that the video game itself is. What we've learned from the FNAF movie, obviously steer towards the fans and make a video game adaptation for the fans. I'm a huge DBD fan. I played even though I steered towards newer games like Alan Wake 2. I'm like, let me play some Alan Wake 2 tonight, and I'm gonna get on DBD and play some Killer tonight. That one I'm super excited about, and we're creatively mulling around what the way into it is. This is all information about the Blumhouse and Dead by Daylight movie collaboration that we've seen up to this point. There was information from before where we got information that they had been working on this collaboration for years. So it seems like even though they've been working on this project for years, publicly they're kind of alluding to the fact that they're still in pre-production process for this movie. I mean, if they're still trying to figure out exactly how they're going to do this, they're still making the storyline and the script, and you can't really start production without a script. And so it's probably going to be a while before we ever see this Dead by Daylight movie. I just cannot wait to go to Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights and have Dead by Daylight characters at that event. It'd be fun to have a Dead by Daylight haunted house through Universal with a lot of different original characters from DBD. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this recommended to you by YouTube. And a reminder, I'm also live on Twitch right now streaming Dead by Daylight. Link for that in the description below. That does it for this video. Goodbye.